Hello. Right, like I've got all the time in the world. So yeah, I've just felt guided to jump on and just see whatever comes out for 10 minutes because I've got a session like in 10 minutes. So, but I've got a weird thing going on with my Zoom where I can't seem to find the meeting link until the person joins. So what's this say? The Muse. Oh, that always reminds me of divine feminine energy. So there's something about that. And that's very Pisces full moon. Right, these aren't around the right way, but we'll just shuffle them. So what comes out? So if you're new around here, I usually do the live stream on a Tuesday where I do the free cards, the channeling for people, but I didn't have any energy yesterday, so I didn't do it. Being a good role model there, but I've got, I wouldn't say loads of energy today, but I've got more energy today, and I've been a really nice walk on the beach, and I sat on the beach for a bit. I don't usually do that, but I'm doing it a wee bit more often, so yeah, always good to put your feet on the ground. What's this? Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life. Wow. Okay, so that's powerful because that always reminds me of divine feminine energy as well. Is that? Oh, yeah, and it is still sitting here. Now, earlier, this deck isn't through here, but I've picked up a card from this deck by accident, but it's never an accident. And before I turned it over, because I feel things before I see the card, like that's basically what I'll say. I really don't. I don't. Loads of people say that all the time, but it's true. Like I don't need the cards. Like I feel it, and then the cards back it up. But it was like I thought this is going to be important. It's either going to say divine masculine or it's going to say divine feminine. And when I turned it over, it was divine feminine. So there is something about powerful divine feminine energy here today. And like I said, although we're in the very, very, very last degree of Aquarius moon, which is why I titled this Aqua Moon Surprise, because the very last degree of Aquarius moon is, well, the last degree of any sign is like a bit chaotic and all over the place, really. But like I said, listen, I was born in one of those degrees, so it is what it is, right? But also, Aquarius is shock, surprises, awakening, and they're pulling me into lightning bolts on that card up there that says the future's in your hands. Aquarius is also the future. So yeah, I just feel there's lots of big, massive changes going on right now. Obviously, there is a lot of shaking you up to wake you up, horrible things going on in the world all the time, but there's a lot of, yeah, there's just big stuff going on there. I mean, I don't even watch the news, but just on my timeline there, I just seen, I was like, oh, you don't know what, it's quite overwhelming actually. You don't know what to take in first. And that's actually, that sounds like what I'm talking about is I feel all the divine feminine energy is coming in strong because literally when I get off of here, the moon moves into Pisces and the full moon where I live anyway isn't until like 2:30 in the morning or something. So check where it is for you. But so I would count it for us in the UK that it isn't really until tomorrow, but really the energy is about, do you know what I mean? And Pisces is a feminine sign. And then I've just looked down and we've got coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Again, very Pisces. Pisces is about surrender. It's always when I use that saying, let go and let God. It's usually when people are completely at their wit's end because Pisces is the 12th house. Which is about mental health, it's about spiritual awakening, it's about psychic epiphanies, dreams, the subconscious, basically all of my favourite stuff and everything that I provide here. But it's my favourite in the way that, yeah, all that magical stuff, let me say all that magical crap, yeah, all that magical stuff is amazing. And like I would say, Pisces is also soulmates and it's absolutely twin flames, but it's just all the feels, like completely hashtag all the feels. So if you are very sensitive or very introvert or you just feel energy in a big way, like obviously that is part of my job and that was just part of who I am. I do, so it makes sense to me that I'm literally, like I said, when my alarm goes off, or like I said, when I get the email to say that that the session is there, that I'll just basically it's like this is better than nothing. That's basically what I'm saying. It's like, I on a Pisces moon every month I don't really tend to want to be on here, but like I said, technically we're an Aquarius moon and that's unexpected. But yeah, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Addiction, now the shadow side of Pisces as well is also I wouldn't really say addiction, but it is well, yeah, it is. I would always call addiction like kind of Scorpio energy, but it can be Pisces too, because it's like where you escape. So like, for instance, lots of people escape in a drink and that's a big, for Pisces moon, actually, you've got like Pisces moon people, or when the moon is in Pisces, especially on a Pisces full moon, it is really important to basically, that's saying again, check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you could absolutely massively self-sabotage through things like alcohol, drugs, overeating, anything really. You know, I can even think of healthy things that people do that if you overdo it, it becomes a bit, you know, it becomes an addiction. It becomes too much, everything in balance sort of thing. So yeah, coping mechanisms, let God in. So I'm talking that fast. We'll just blame Mercury retrograde, but it's really the last of the Aquarius moon. And when I'm itching my nose like that, that's usually when the loved ones in spirit are wanting to come in, but we ain't got time for this. What's somebody wanting to say? It's like really, really itchy though. Right, what? Again, so when I itch my nose like that, I do always feel it as a loved one in spirit. So I'm just going to see what comes out and just trust that this will be a message for someone. Nature. Oh, and then look, yeah, there was me saying that I've just spent time in nature. So this is and by the way, I know I usually always do, but this year hasn't been typical of how I usually am. I have spent way more time in the house. Yeah, so I just kind of go with what I'm guided to. So I hadn't been out for days basically, and then I got out. So this is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. So I feel there's a real strong message that if you can get out and you can do some earthing, walk barefoot on the grass or the sand or whatever, then do it. It would benefit you, because I know that has benefited me. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. And on the bottom, yeah, look, wow, that's really magical. That's actually, I'm like, that's actually, but that is very Pisces full moon. But yeah, so hello from heaven. Oh my God, fuck. Oh, I knew that was magical. I filmed a wee butterfly, and it actually did, you know, it didn't fly away. I filmed a wee butterfly on the beach there. I don't know what kind it was, but I'm just being pulled in. The butterfly on the card. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove that they're with you at this time. So I really do feel me seeing that butterfly is just to pass on this message here for somebody else, just to give you, I don't know, it's like a wee sort of confirmation that, yeah, that really was your loved one in spirit reaching out to you to let they know that they can hear you at this time. Because again, like I said, Pisces moon anyway, every month is very emotional, but Pisces full moon, supermoon, blue moon, this is a lot. It's all kind of, it's, so it's great if you're not feeling so, I mean, it's okay if you're not, you know, what am I trying to say? If you're feeling good, that's great. It can be quite magical, but if you're not feeling so good, it could really feel like a ton of bricks on you. You know what I mean? It's just very, very, so if you're prone to overwhelm and needing a lot of time yourself, you're really going to, like the card for today's energy was about pick your battles, or I think it was for tomorrow. It really doesn't matter, they're timeless, but it was that, yeah, the blocks card basically. So it's like you're going to have to put up your own, I think, well, like I always say, shields up. You're going to have to create your own barriers or boundaries to protect your own personal healing process right now. And then we've got listen to your inner voice as we try to guide you, use your intuition. 21 is the world card coming full circle, something's coming to completion. So again, yeah, there is something here about like really just sort of, I feel it's just confirmation that you know to trust yourself, like you're not imagining something, and your guides and your angels and definitely loved ones in spirit are encouraging you to trust what you're feeling, because it's got something to do with making room for a happy ending that's now within your grasp. Well, that's kind of beautiful. I think we need some love cards. Wait a minute, why is that? Is that alarm me off yet? No, it's about to go off in a minute. And actually, do you know, my emails are full, so I think I'll just go. It's really weird. I think it did say that they were full, so they're just, oh God, I'll get to her somehow. You see, that means something, because what I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to connect, because I can't really explain it, but see, time's up. The alarms just went off, and I don't think you hear the alarm when, well, yeah, I don't think you hear it. I don't know if you do actually. I know you do on the phone, but on the Zoom, it doesn't even pick it up. But anyway, the alarms went off. So that means something for here too. The alarm's going off. Something's within your reach. Your happy ending. You need to follow your intuition with what you're being guided. This isn't for everyone, but it's for whoever. Just for whoever connects with it. This is all I've got the energy to do. But yeah, the fact that like, that's what I'm saying, it feels like it's kind of like mission impossible for me to get on the Zoom with my client. It's just, I don't know why it's happened. It's like it's a Mercury retrograde technical thing that happened before Mercury retrograde. But anyway, we always do manage to figure it out, and it kind of like, it sends me the email, but my emails are full. So there's some, yeah, there is something about Mercury retrograde. All the retrogrades slowing something down, but it doesn't stop me getting to my client, and it does. So it's like it won't stop you getting to your twin. That's how I'm seeing that. Feelings, take time out to explore deep emotions you're experiencing. Well, fucking hell, does that know what I've just said? That is what the full moon in Pisces is all about. Deep, deep, deep feelings and new love. So yeah, I feel there is. I think there's like some real either new, I feel it's for the majority of people, like really everyone that I connect with anyway, it's new love coming in with an old person. Do you know what I mean? Like it's someone from your past. That sounded funny, but like there are age gap twin flames too. So but you know, we anyway, what I'm meaning is it's like new love coming. Yeah, I really just can't fucking get my head around that, but it's something, it feels like just a new energy coming about with someone from your past. And it's because they may have been in an illusion about who you were to them, or they might have been caught up in an illusion with someone else. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. Or it can be when your twin flame, if you're divine feminine, questions whether you feel the same, if they've not got any sort of way of knowing, if they're just imagining it all kind of thing. Because there are some people like that. Like I said, not everyone would think to come and research it, although most do. But anyway, but it's like that. I think the point. Oh yeah, feelings. Yeah, the point is, it's like not all divine masculines have access to a divine feminine, because that's what's quite funny when you sometimes catch general ones. It's like they don't know how you feel, and it's like, well, that obviously doesn't apply to everyone, does it? Because there's a lot of people out here doing this. Take time out to explore the deep emotions you're experiencing, and trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. And again, if you're not hearing from some of your twin flames, they're just they're healing their codependency. Oh look, addictions are affecting your romantic life, codependency. Yeah, so you know, it's not all fucking fluffy rainbows around here. There's some nice stuff happening for people, and it's not nice stuff, but it's just some realistic stuff. So that feels very Pisces full moon is magical, twin flame unions, soulmates, you know, all that stuff. And blue, you know, once in a blue moon situations coming about. And then you've got the Virgo practical, because the sun is in Virgo, remember that some people are still healing from codependency. Some people are still in that high and low addictive relationship with karmic partners. And you've just got to let people work it out for themselves. And there we go. There's my beautiful client. I will be with you in a minute. Funny if she comes with you. What else do you know before we go? Yep, relationship project. Again, but I feel that if somebody wants to work, there's somebody out there that wants to work, and you might be getting hints of that. Again, you might be finding things in nature. I don't know what they're finding things. Again, yeah, they just said that though. You might find something in nature from either a spirit loved one that's helping, guiding you to a twin, or it's something that reminds you of your twin flame. So that's specific. You'll know what that means in a love letter. And some of you might actually literally get contact because the obstacles was in reverse. So the obstacles that were there, gossip, obstacles, I feel that is the obstacle. The gossip that's created around a lot of unions and drawing attention to it is what has held a lot of people back. And that's understandable. But like I said in one of the shorts, you've got to build a bridge and get over it and realise that these unions will always create a bit of gossip at first. And then well, because it brings up everybody's shadows, everybody's unhealed, unconscious stuff, because it's a spiritual union and not everybody is a twin flame. So all the narcissists and all the gaslighting and all the unhealed, the narcissist is a bit strong, but somebody must have narcissistic people around them for that to come up. But it's like all the unhealed parts of everyone in your life start to show up in quite an ugly way. And then they'll go on their awakening if they've chose that. Spiritual connection, faith, God, deeper meaning, spirit guides, angels protecting your relationship, spiritual awakening. And on the very last degree of Aquarius moon, that's very apt. And I've just helped us transition into a timeline, although there's nobody here live, but you'll watch it later, right into Pisces moon. And I'm away to get my beautiful client, but I'm away to go and get on that session. So I just need to end this. But yeah, I hope that meant something to whoever else, and I will see you probably next week. So have a lovely Pisces